Hey guys, welcome again to another edition of Digital Devo Quarantine Edition from the Book of James. We're working our way slowly through the book, and I do appreciate you guys watching and commenting. Keep tuning in. We'll have another little gift card here in a little bit if you keep watching, so just stay tuned. I'm going to read today from James. From chapter 1 still, verse 19 through 21. It says, "Know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger, for the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Therefore, put away all filthiness and rampant wickedness, and receive with meekness the implanted word, which is able to save your souls." So, I know we're going through the book of James slowly, but there's a lot of good practical things here, even in the first few chapters. Today, we're dealing with anger, with being mad. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes I definitely have a hard time with this. James encourages us to be quick to listen, but slow to speak, slow to anger. I confess, I'm a really impatient person. I don't like waiting, and I know I tend to talk more than listen. Just ask my wife or any of my friends. So, this really for me is something that I want to work on, and by God's grace, I need to work on. And for you, I ask you, when are you guys likely to become angry? When are you guys likely to become really riled up or mad? Like not in the good way at all. And it's interesting. It says it does not produce a righteousness of God. That's super convicting. For me, I know. I think I might have told you a lot of times before, but I get mad when I see this. So nothing against people with big trucks. I know some of them are probably angels, but when I see a big truck on the side of the road and whoop, it just cuts me off, man, like something just goes inside me. I don't know if I feel bullied or threatened, or if I feel like how dare that guy own the road. Like, I just get really riled, and I'm just like, oh man, like, and I want to road rage, and like sometimes I just like take it out on myself or on other people, and that's not fair. But if I would remember in that split second, if I see that big trucker about to cut me off, that does not produce the righteousness of God. That's not showing that God has given his own son his life to redeem me and to claim me as his beloved. Like, I can't do that. And so it says, put away the filthiness. Like, if I would see my own anger as filthy, think about like the grossest thing you could think of, the grossest, just like, I don't know, just like think about like like every time you're angry, like I'm just drinking like filth and mud and like dirt and poop, like just like I and my own vomit, right? Like that's what I'm doing. Like I'm just like taking that in for myself. Like, so put away that filth. That, like James says, that's filthiness and wickedness. And this is convicting. Receive with meekness, then plant to the word, which is going to save your souls. Not my meekness, but God's word, which is able to save my soul. And that's another question for us too. What does meekness look like? When I say meek, we might think weak, but meek is actually a really good thing. Like Jesus said, blessed are the meek, right? Blessed are those that have a humble heart. And that is so hard to do sometimes, right? Because of our own pride, because of our own self, reliance. It's hard to be meek in a world where we're all about promotion and just all about ourselves. And so, that's another challenge for us today. How can we today, instead of every time we're tempted to snap at our family member or be angry at something that really doesn't matter in the light of eternity, how can we take this word, the gospel, and then receive it humbly and say, God, you know what? I'm angry right now. My reaction is to hurt that other person, to think something, to say something, to feel up something like really mad, like this filth, right? But to see that filth and say, hey, I want to toss that in the garbage in the toilet where it belongs. and to say, I want to receive your word with meekness, your gospel, what Jesus has said, with a heart that is humble, that is willing to accept. So that's my challenge to you. So a few application questions is, hey, when are you most tempted to be angry, and why? Like, who is it towards, and how can you be a better, you know, not not reacting to that anger? And then secondly is, what does it look like to be a meek person? What does it look like to accept God's word with humble heart? So I challenge you to do that, and I want all of us to be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger today, and know that all of this is because of what saves us, the Word, God's Word, and His Spirit that lives within us. So thanks for tuning in today. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.